To begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They go play action. Now Heineke.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Geno now to throw. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Throwing now is Geno.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive, there he hits the reliable target. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's at the 30, 10. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 80 yards.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Dalvin Cook
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Rams have retaken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 2.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Van Jefferson
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. On play action, Heineke. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They'll roll him out right.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Heinicke.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's play.
And now here's another interception. Julian Love picks it. Touchdown, L.A.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Off the play fake, Heinicke.
Slide, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
3rd and long for Heinicke.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now maybe free play here for Smith. The quick slant caught. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Walker will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Walker once more. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
18 Cardinals. 3.
They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Throwing. Heineke.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Touchdown! Sammy Watkins, 69 yards.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Julian Okwara
in there to bury him for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fan.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Off of play action, here's Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked by Julian Love. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions left.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Kingsley Enagbare.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a lot.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Heineke.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Heineke. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Here's Heineke.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Sammy Watkins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Now this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. Being chased out left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Julian Okwara
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Heineke to throw it.
He hits his target, Lockett.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully,
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here we go, Jack.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 23 yards on the play. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Heineke with a 3rd and goal.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming day.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Heinicke now looking to throw on first down.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields this way up at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Going right back to Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. From the 50, it's Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
And now it's a bootleg with Heinicke.
Rolling to his right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want...
And now the rookie's free. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, they flip it to to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Heineke on first down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for L.A.,
they'll wrap up on a high note, but will still finish 3 games below 500 at 7-10.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks,
the loss could be an impactful one as they'll finish at 11-6 on the year.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.